kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my...
You keeping that truth away from your son for all those years because you're a petty ass human.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Maj back here with another video. Today we're about to be getting into a video by 4D Shams. The video is going to be on the Bitter Babymama Crisis. Or epidemic. Well, I don't know. It's crisis. He be using epidemic and crisis a lot. But yeah, oh man, getting into this topic again, I guess. The Bitter Babymama Crisis goes for any baby mama that's famous and not famous too, bruh. Like, they can get jealous of their man with somebody else. They can get, like, you know, do a whole bunch of shit to try to get revenge. A former man on like child services and all of that shit. It just ends up just being toxic for the kid.
Pregnant with your son and you leave me, I'm 100% raising my son gay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna raise him gay.
I'm just trying to understand, what does that even mean? What does that even look like? What do you mean you're raising him gay? That comment has a lot of weird sexual predatory undertones. The amount of red flags in that video is almost hard to count, but it gets worse. So this little girl you see is the daughter of drill rapper YFG Fatso. And if you're unfamiliar with what drill rap is, it's basically music where they talk about violence and street life. So basically killing this, shooting that, this drug, that drug, you know how it goes. Now you might be asking, 4D, what does this little girl have to do with that nonsense? Well, what you see in this video is Fatso's rival, Q50, playing with his daughter.
You look like me now. You look like me now. Look, show me your watch. Say cheese.
And for anyone who was wondering how he was able to gain access to this innocent little girl, it's because her piece of shit mom. Imagine putting your child in harm's way just to spite their father. That's gotta be like the most backward thinking I've ever encountered.
That's fucking crazy, bro. You putting your child in danger just to fucking get back at the baby daddy, and you know this is like his gang rival that they're having like problems with. That's just some fucking like new levels, just like spite and new levels of you being a pathetic ass human being. You putting your own child in danger too. Also, everybody know who that is because it goes around TikTok a lot. You know, Bloodhound Jeff was around, you know, just floating around TikTok and became I guess some sort of legend on there. But nigga, just doing this is just the most dumbest shit you can do. What if something ends up happening? What if something end up like they get caught in the cross? Man, I wouldn't dare put my child in that danger.
And I don't think you guys understand just how much danger that little girl would have been in if Q50 actually had ill intention towards her.
My dad come out of grade. I sat and played with her till she went to sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm playing like on my dad come out of grade. When if I get up and walk away, she gonna get the crying and trying to see what the fuck I went at. So we kind of like, you know what I'm saying, we got a, what's that word, relationship, like a bond, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got a bond with her. So
she literally let a thug who's known for being violent, who has an extensive criminal record, who obviously hates her father because he talks about killing him in every other rap song. She let that type of individual next to their daughter just to spite her baby dad. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking. He's only doing this to tot his ops. He's not actually...
Hey man, if he really serious about getting his baby, like this would be like grounds for just like getting his baby back into his you know, custody. But like knowing his type of street shit and, you know, rapping about it in songs, they'll probably go put that into play and he ain't gonna get her. So that kind of cancels that plan out.
Gonna do anything to the kid. But as you'll come to find out by this next clip, doing stuff like hurting kids isn't necessarily off-brand for these type of guys.
It's your daughter, right?
Sister! And it's so sad to see that some of these mothers would go to the furthest extent just to spite and antagonize the baby father, even if it means harming their child. It gets to the point where they start making issues where there aren't any. A perfect example is this mother cutting her daughter's hair because she didn't agree with the hairstyle that her father gave her.
Motherfucker cut my baby hair out of here. My baby sat there for 2 hours.
What the fuck,
My baby
bro?
sat there for 2 hours.
It's obvious to see that there was nothing.
Bro, that's scary. I will just literally be scared to run into this problem and have to deal with this baby mama situation forever, nigga. That's why you gotta be careful who you sleeping around with.
Wrong with that little girl's hairstyle. She was literally just trying to antagonize the dad. That little girl probably sat there for hours getting her hair done, and if you're black and you have curly hair, you know how painful that can be sometimes. And we're not even gonna talk about how much this probably cost the father, because hair braiding is definitely not cheap. So this child and her father went through all this hassle just for the baby mom to come back and traumatize this little girl. Literally has her crying, cutting her hair off on the street just because she wants to do it herself. In truth, we know she just wants to piss off the baby father. Brief intermission, y'all. I got an opportunity for you.
Oh my God.
If you've ever wished that payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a bank in situations like these.
You did not. I told you I did not want him to cut his hair. I wanted it to go past his ears.
Dude, you know he's my son too, right?
Yeah, I understand that he's your son, but you disobeyed me. I told you.
I don't obey anybody.
You disobeyed me. The entitlement is insane. I mean, besides the glaring fact that he's his father, did she not realize that she's talking to a whole grown human being? Talking about some "you disobeyed me"? That is a wild statement. And
Yeah, this is what I like I said, second example of what I'm afraid to get ever stuck with one day. That like, bro, this is why like people be like losing their patience with a lot of women, but like I admire the ones that control their anger and know how to control it, because you shouldn't be hitting a girl first of all. But like the ones that just lose their anger, this is probably like one of the reasons why they do it. But like, you know what type of person you end up getting with. I say like probably like in a few months of, you gotta thoroughly get to know these women, and you gotta thoroughly, try to like protect your peace and not try to like have a baby with her.
there's more.
You don't get to talk to her.
I don't get to talk to her, is what she said.
That's dumb. I heard
A kid
exactly what
filming?
she said.
Turn it off.
Bruh, even the little boy called her out for how dumb her actions are. Because no matter how much you hate the father, at least do it for your daughter. Little girls deserve to have their father in their lives. And trust me, as you keep watching, you'll see that these bitter, spiteful baby moms only get worse. They literally act like they made the child all on their own, and they don't give any respect to the fathers or fatherhood in general. That's why we often see these bitter baby moms limiting contact between their kids and their fathers, using their kids like pawns to manipulate the father, or just tarnishing the father's image in front of his kids so that they hate their father. There's literally a plethora of stories of kids who grew into adulthood and then later found out that their mom was keeping them away from their dad,
That's
or
sad
telling
as
them lies
fuck.
about their father.
Bro, that's sad as fuck. And I've seen like examples of some. It was on TikTok. No, not TikTok. I think it was on TikTok or Instagram. It was like this mother trying to manipulate her kids into hating the dad. And I seen in another instance, this shit actually, the brainwashing actually worked. The little kids and the kid and the other kid, I think the other kid was trying to hit this nigga, trying to like hate this nigga, but like he was filming literally everything, bro. See, this is how like you end up getting your kids taken away.
Father, and they ended up hating him, and they wouldn't end up finding the truth until they later reconnected with their father.
My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father.
Wow.
Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has like envelopes full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. My mom calls me. What you doing, baby? What's going on? I'm at my dad's house. What the you doing at the house? Didn't I say don't discuss family business? My dad bust
This is literally evil and vindictive.
through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, like, no. Like, hello? Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone. And my dad loses it. Going in on my mom. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers. My mom turned into a 2-year-old little girl when my dad started talking to her. She talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, you mad because I left you. And I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away from
It literally seems like she projected her hate for his father onto him.
Bro, yeah, these situations are just fucking sad as fuck, bro. Like you like just dealing with this type of shit, and you keeping that truth away from your son for all those years because you're a petty ass human being. That makes you such a that makes you such a shitty ass human being for that. But I don't even know what's worse, like putting your kid in danger from a gangster, or keeping the truth from him for all these years, knowing that his dad was actually a good guy, and you spending the damn money and child support money and keeping that shit a whole damn secret, bro. That's some shitty ass shit, man.
Literally traumatizes dude. Imagine your mom brainwashing you as a little girl into hating your father, only to lose 3 decades with him.
Wow.
Bro, this is literally cruel, bruh. Like, this should be a crime.
The reason why he wasn't, you know, really in my life is because of her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, my mom. Because she moved me from California to Georgia without telling him.
That's cool.
And, you know, kept me away from him for years. Throughout the years, we would like email each other, me and my dad. Mm-hmm. We would email each other. I would have to sneak and do it though.
For you to deprive this girl who obviously wants a relationship
That's
with her father
crazy.
from him just because you're spiteful, just because you...
You know what's more disgusting? This shit's going on right now, bro. It's just getting started and just getting worse with this generation coming up right now. Like especially around this generation where shit is just getting more pettier by the fucking minute, bro. They probably keeping their child away from their dad, and you know the dad actually wants to be there. You know how fucking rare that is. There's a lot of fathers that that are just absent. And if you find a rare occasion where somebody actually wants to be there for their child, and then the child actually finding out that shit, like, you know, when they get older, it just makes them feel like their whole life was just lost with their dad.
To be vindictive is just wrong. That's gotta be one of the most selfish acts you could do as a human being. And it doesn't end there. My child's father only requirement for me was not to play hood music around our daughter. The fact that this was an everyday occurrence for us takes me out. I'm gonna have to mute most of this clip because of copyright, but just know she was playing hood music. And not only that, she was also allowing her daughter to sing along with the vulgar lyrics and even say the cuss words. I just want to know what's going through her head when she's doing something like this. Like, oh yeah, you know that one thing you told me not to do, you know, the thing that's gonna protect our child from, you know, being vulgar and being exposed to filth? Yeah, I'm gonna expose her to that exact thing. I'm gonna pollute my child's mind just to spite this man. That's gotta be like the most male-centered thing you could do as a woman. And look, I'm not trying to get on here and target women because I know there's a bunch of horrible deadbeat dads out there, but this is one of those issues that mostly pertains to women. Because whether you like to believe it or not, society and especially the justice system always leans towards women when it comes to situations involving kids. With today's justice system, if a father wants to get full or even half custody of the child, he damn near has to prove that the mom is a supervillain. And even if
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's just true as well, bro. Like, you gotta go through like war and back, hell and back, just to, like, you know, just to prove that shit. And it might take a long ass time, even for like somebody to get off like you know, child support and all of that. You gotta like prove everything. You could be a really good dude and then they end up taking the mother's side, bro. Like, that's, like I said, that's what's just scary about this whole little fucking thing, bro. They can just literally manipulate the whole like system and shit. I really hope the system really changes this whole little ideals and see these examples of like women lying on camera to they whole dude. I mean, some cases always end up in like a good, you know, good happy ending, but like cases are worse. There's still people on like fucking. Yeah, bro, there's still people on child support till this day, like 18 years. And that's crazy that shit ends at 18 years.
if you're allowed the opportunity to co-parent, a lot of times these baby mothers are insufferable. Let me show you what I mean.
I had put a post up bragging about her daddy, but I told him I needed some money for some groceries, and he decided to deliver the stuff, pick what he want to pick and have it delivered himself.
So she's mad at him for doing the job efficiently.
Instead of sending me the money, he then had the groceries delivered. You don't know what my kids want. You don't know what my kids like. That's me. You buying stuff off of what you like, and because I told him, you know, I needed tissue and I was out and I needed some.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the stuff he bought. From what I see, there's milk, juice, toilet paper. I don't know. From what I'm seeing, that definitely seems like.
Bro, this just sounds like a fucking, just like a whole lot of nothing of you complaining about nothing. It just sounds like you just wanted the money and probably just to do like a whole bunch of other stuff with it. Like, and then later on, you're probably going to manipulate the situation to ask for more money, bro. Like, I wouldn't trust it either. I would go shopping myself and order that shit myself. Like, again, this is a situation y'all gotta watch out for.
Stuff that little kids would need.
That ain't what I wanted. I wanted you to send me the money so I could shop my own stuff. So me and my kids could eat what we want to eat, not what you want.
You and your kids. She literally just snitched on herself. That money was gonna be used more to fulfill her needs than the kids' needs.
I told them, you know, I needed tissue and I was out and I needed some groceries. And he done went shopping.
Bro, you literally can't make this shit up, bro. She literally told him the stuff that she wanted. And she's mad because he took some initiative and bought it in a more efficient way. Literally saving her time so she doesn't have to go shopping. Yeah, honestly, this was never about the grocery. This Pew Research article, the US has the highest rate of children living in single-parent households. Almost a quarter of US children under the age of 18 live with one parent and no other adult. And then we have this article by the United States Census Bureau, where they're breaking down what these stats look like. And as you can see, mother-only households compared to father-only households is drastically different. Here's another visual, and as you can see, the father-only household is closer to children with no parents at all, and the mother-only household is much higher. And again, this goes back to my point about how society and the justice system will always lean towards women when it comes to things like children. And look, I'm not trying to sit here and bash all single mothers, because I know there's a bunch of single mothers out there who are doing their best and doing a great job of raising their children. And honestly, some of them are justified in not wanting their children to be around their father. I literally just seen this video of this dad dropping his son off in front of his mom's place and trying to leave even though there was no one there.
Sit down right there. Bye.
Bye.
The fuck?
What are you doing? You can't leave. No.
The kid is literally scared. Yeah, this type of father is a freaking piece of shit. And honestly,
that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, if you didn't want no kid or nothing, don't fucking go around being irresponsible with your fucking bro. I fucking hate these type of niggas, bro. It fucking pains me to see that those type of people, those type of people too. Like, come on, that video just pissed me the fuck off, bro.
I hope he gets jail time for this. Like, for all the single moms out there, if this is the type of man that you're dealing with, then I understand setting those boundaries with him. But at the end of the day, I don't think any child should grow up without both of their parents. And outside what feels like a gender war, I think there's a much bigger problem here. I don't know if I should blame it on lust, promiscuity, the lack of genuine relationships, the lack of discipline, people having unprotected sex, the modern hookup culture, and how much casual, unprotected sex is being had. But something has to change, because the situation is only getting worse. Every day I run across some of the craziest relationship takes online. Girlfriend is temporary, baby mama is forever. What happened to getting married? It's like we're skipping a whole block of steps. Flexing being a baby mom is insane. There was a time when having a baby out of wedlock used to be like the biggest shame ever. I think people used
Bro, hey, and then to put this online is even more crazy. You just embarrassing yourself, bro. How you putting this online just to try to look quote unquote cute? Like you said, baby mama is forever. You don't want a happy ending. You don't. This nigga probably will just go be fucking on other girls behind your back because he's just gonna be riding with the nonchalance like, you just a baby mama. We ain't together, bro. We locked in forever, but like not really locked in, my nigga.
see it like disowned, persecuted, shamed just for having a baby out of wedlock. And the child would be called a bastard. Nowadays, this shit is a flex. And it gets even more insane. POV, you and your bestie decide to have a friendship child. A friendship child. God. So when this kid grows up and asks, Mom, Dad, are you in love? What are you guys gonna say? No, we're just friends? I can't, bruh. And to those parents, especially
I just seen just him reacting to like more clips of this shit. Man, how I just feel about this is like, I feel like in the right circumstances, if a father is trying to be there for his child, bro, let the nigga be there for his child, bro. If that nigga's acting like that nigga back in that fucking other clip, nigga, I can understand why like some people are like that in specific situations. But like, if you're just like this to a good father that's trying, and then you're the most pettiest motherfucker in the world, bro, like it's just a bad situation for the child. You don't think about your kids, that ends up having like a bad effect on them when they get older, especially keeping them away from their father for that many years, and then they have to go out and find that their father actually wanted them and haven't, you know, didn't really abandon, and then wasn't really like all the, you know, stuff that the mother says. Bruh, I'm just glad I just didn't really have to deal with this shit growing up, and I pray for this next generation growing up, bro. Hey, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Go check out 4D Sham's original video if you want to hear him yap at the end of it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed my reaction. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We on the road to 500.
He was the best guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder?